from Anfield, Graham Beecroft.
Whether Ian Rush has backed himself to become the First Division's leading scorer this season or not, I don't know. But if he has, then the bookies could be in for a hammering. Rush was razor sharp, and had the woodwork and the commendable Des Walker not been there, he could have had more than his solitary opener. Rush twice hit the framework of the goal, but in between converted John Barnes' astute pass quite brilliantly. Peter Beardsley made certain of Liverpool's point 7 minutes from time after Forest were dispossessed around their own penalty area. Forest battled well, but Liverpool had too many quality players for them to survive the 90 minutes. Liverpool 2, Notts Forest 0. Graham Beecroft, City Sport, Anfield.
Final score, Liverpool 3, Leeds United 0. Kevin Keating, City Sport, Anfield.
No.
The ball went right across the Leeds United 6-yard area, and there was John Barnes beyond the far post to side-foot it in, right-footed, and Liverpool take the early lead here against Leeds. Just what they wanted. Here is Rosenthal, edge of the area, shot coming in, oh, hit the post and it's gone in. Ronnie Rosenthal does it again. Well, we were saying just a matter of seconds ago what a dangerous customer he is. And that's how dangerous he can be. Picked the ball up, sidestepped the challenge, curled it with the inside of his left foot. It beat Lukic to the wide, came back off the post. A little bit of luck maybe as it hit the Leeds keeper and rebounded into the net. But with 33 minutes gone here, Ronnie Rosenthal has done it again for Liverpool. It's Rosenthal. Look at the pace too. Taking past 1-2 defenders. Terrific run. Square to Rush. 3-0, yes. And Ronnie Rosenthal made it. And Ian Rush continues his goal scoring. He scored his first 2 league goals for Liverpool as a precocious 19-year-old. As an experienced and talented 29-year-old. He tries in Liverpool's third in the very last minute of this match, and it was made quite brilliantly by Ronnie Rosenthal. Gary, I think that was the result you needed.
Yeah, especially after losing the game on Sunday against Crystal Palace. We knew it was going to be a hard game. Leeds are flying at the minute, and for them to come here, it was always going to be very difficult for us. But we produced the goods and we got the right result in the end.
Was it difficult to pick up the confidence after what happened against Palace?
Not really. I think the second half we came out against Palace and we played reasonably well. Our fight was there, our attitude wasn't bad, and we felt we were a little bit unlucky not to get a point. So we basically just continued from that, and we got stuck into the game today. We started well, got the early goal which settled us down, and things went on from there.
You were making a lot of inroads down the left-hand side, I thought, with Burrows, Barnes, Rosenthal making a lot of space there.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think our policy is get the ball to Barnes and let him do the rest, and he was ably supported by David Burrows and Ronnie Rosenthal, who both played exceptionally well today.
Yes, so just a word on Ronnie, who's come in for Peter Beardsley, who's out at the moment, and he's looking dangerous every time he gets around the box, isn't he?
Yeah, he's very sharp and very quick, and obviously can score goals. He's coming, he's had to wait his turn, but he's coming and he's done the business for us and scored some great goals. His pace is his biggest asset, I think. I think Andy was here like the last 5 minutes. He raced past 2 or 3 defenders, and laid the ball for Rushy to score. It was a lightning burst. I've never seen anything quite like it in my career.
He must have been a little bit disappointed to be left out of Crystal Palace, but this was the manager's decision.
Yeah, I think it was basically tactical. He came on as sub and he started creating a little bit of problems, but that's the manager's decision. I mean, the players have just got to get on with it. But he bounced back today and put a good performance in.
Now, Leeds United manager Howard Wilkinson said they'd learned something about themselves today to find out how far they'd come in the First Division. What sort of lesson do you think they're going to take away?
Oh, it's hard to say. I mean, we just concentrate on Liverpool and we let Leeds bother about themselves. But obviously they've made a great start into the First Division. They've played exceptionally well all year, and one bad result shouldn't be too much of a setback for them. I think they came here, they played particularly well first 15 minutes, brought the game to us, made it difficult, but in the end I think we deserved the 3-0 win.
And you've also kept Lee Chapman blank because he's had a good goal scoring record, hasn't he?
Yeah, just recently I think he scored a few goals, so it was nice for us to keep a clean sheet. I think it's a little while since we actually have done convincingly as what we maybe have done today. But it's always nice for a defender to keep a clean sheet.
But certainly the way Ronnie Rosenthal, just to go back to him finally, is playing and scoring goals, you can't knock a player who scores goals. He's going to make it very difficult for the manager to leave him out home or away.
Well, it's a nice position to be in when you've got Peter Beardsley coming back from injury, and it's up to the manager to pick between the two. But certainly Ronnie's come in and he's produced the goods, and that's all the lad can do.
Happy New Year to Gary. Now back to you, Guy, in the studio.
Thank you very much. That's the Liverpool defender Gary Gillespie speaking after the Red 3-0 win against Leeds.
The Cup favourites breathe again. They were just seconds away from going out of the Cup after Simon Garner had put second division Blackburn Rovers in front seconds into the second period here at Ewood Park. But Mark Atkins' own goal, deep in injury time, saved Liverpool's blushes following a cross from Ray Houghton. The Reds found Blackburn spirited and difficult opposition on a difficult day for football with a strong gusting wind. After Garner's early second half goal, midway through that second period, there were two sendings off in separate incidents, both for professional fouls. Blackburn's central defender Kevin Moran after 62 minutes, followed 6 minutes later by Liverpool's Glenn Hussein, the second sending off of his, albeit fairly brief, Liverpool career. Both interpreted by referee Michael Peck of Cumbria as being professional fouls, instant dismissals these days. Ronnie Rosenthal missed a very good opportunity early in the first half for Liverpool. Simon Garner missed a good opportunity for Blackburn. Plenty of thrills and spills around either goalmouth. Liverpool sensationally just seconds away from going out at the first hurdle this season, but they live again, and Blackburn Rovers will be treated with very healthy respect indeed at Anfield on Tuesday. They gave the Reds an almighty fright. Final score: Blackburn 1, Liverpool 1. Kevin Keating's City Sport, Ewood Park. There's Houghton just outside the penalty area. To his right, Gillespie, return to Houghton, shot is in! Terrific goal from Ray Houghton. He really buried that one. Neat little 1-2 with Gary Gillespie up in open play. Gillespie's return pass to Houghton was a good one. Houghton just looked up, saw where Mims was, and drove in his 7th goal of the season. And crucially, on tonight's game in the third round FA Cup replay, after quarter of an hour, Ray Houghton has given Liverpool the lead.
So that's the first goal out of the way. Just 9 minutes later for the 33rd Cup goal for Ian Rush.
Houghton back to Barnes again, whips in the early cross, Rush on the turn, edge of the area, goal! Brilliant striker's goal! There's few better in the game at turning on the edge of the 6-yard area than Ian Rush. And with his 33rd FA Cup goal, he leads the all-time FA Cup goal-scoring charts for players currently playing league football. And Rush, after a delightful Liverpool build-up, has made it 2-0. Less than 24 minutes gone. Surely no way back for the second division side already. Houghton and Rush, Liverpool 2-0.
The winner of that record goal scoring in the FA Cup, Stanislas Law. Looks like Rushy could actually get there. But that third goal, Steve Staunton.
Great ball from Gillespie. Here's Staunton. Square to Molby. Staunton again on the turn. 3-0. And Steve Staunton has wrapped up this cup tie for Liverpool. Delightful ball from Gary Gillespie initially, which fed Staunton in. His first cross was blocked. It rebounded to him, and with his unfavoured right foot, he had enough time to turn just outside the 6-yard area and drill the ball home. And that's Stevie Staunton's second goal of the season, his first FA Cup goal for Liverpool.
As you said, second half was unbelievable. The first half we were capable of playing a little bit of football, and I thought, conditions taken into consideration, we played quite well. We created some good chances, and we scored 2 goals, and we felt going 2-0 in at half time that should be enough to see us through, and it proved that way.
When you went in at half time, did Kenny Dalglish say he was happy? Because it appears the two main strengths, the passing and the running off the ball, were really on song.
Well, that's right, yeah. That was what was letting us down on Saturday. We didn't get our passes right, and we got them right tonight, and we were finding space. We were finding gaps in behind their defenders, and we were creating chances. And we could have had more than 2, but we were pleased with the 2 consideration, the conditions. So we were quite happy.
Ian Rush, 33rd FA Cup goal, terrific record he's got. He's now within 8 of Dennis Law, and I'm sure he's going to go on to possibly beat it eventually.
Well, there's every chance, isn't there? Ian is going as well as anyone in the country at the moment. I know everyone is raving about Mark Hughes, but you have a look at Ian, he's working hard, he's scoring goals, he's making goals for other people, and he got a beauty tonight, and as long as he keep that record up, we'll be quite happy.
Unfortunately, we saw another sending off. That's 3 players over the 2 FA Cup ties. Nobody likes to see fellow professionals sent off. Your view of the referee tonight?
Well, we're not here to give our view of the referee. He's got the whistle, he makes the decisions, whether it was right or wrong. It's got nothing to do with us. As we said before, we're through to the fourth round, and that's the main thing.
And a start for you tonight, Jan, in your favoured central midfield role. You've had to be very patient this season. Well,
that's right, yeah. I don't get many games in the middle of the park. Got one tonight. We'll just have to see if there's more to come. If not, I'll just have to be patient again.
But patience obviously has its ending, doesn't it? And you've had to sort of bite the bullet a little bit with the move to Barcelona going down at the last minute.
Well, it's never easy when you set your sights on the move, and Barcelona for me was a good move. It broke down in the last minute, and that was a little bit of a shame, but I was pleased to come back here. I was a little bit unhappy about coming back here and being dropped, but I'm now if you can say that, I'm now back in the team, and we played quite well tonight, and we won, and I just hope that I can be in for Saturday.
Good to see you playing well. Thanks a lot, Jan.
Thanks.
Now back to you, Mark, in the studio.
Thank you, Kevin.
Well, Liverpool, they nearly came a cropper at home to Brighton, 0-0 at half-time. They seem to have had it wrapped up, though, after the break.
Barnes breaking forward. Rosenthal is going forward as well. The ball played through to Rush. Rush shoots. Rush has scored right at the start of the second half. 2 minutes gone, and Brighton were caught out. Benison, who threads it through to Rush, who's found space, and Rush has dinked it past Digweed. Oh, that was a glorious piece of finishing by Ian Rush. Absolutely fantastic. His 40th goal in the FA Cup, and that was finishing par excellence.
Well, Brighton pulled the goal back with a penalty from Small, and so it was 2-1, and they were pushing towards full-time. Looked like Liverpool would get themselves into the 5th round, but again their FA Cup bogey struck with just a few minutes remaining at home to Brighton. We're heading towards a replay now next Wednesday. From all at City, good night.
Crumpling crosses into the middle. Chance for Small to head back in. Great opportunity. It's an equaliser. Unbelievable. Brighton have equalised. I can't tell you who scored. The player has been submerged by Brighton supporters and Brighton players. But the header back across was from Small, and it may well have been Byrne who got the equaliser.
The Goldstone ground, 10 minutes in. Steve McMahon had something to say, and it sounded like this.
Barnes is going forward. He drifts the ball past one player, shoots, great save, but it's a goal for Liverpool. Yes, and Steve McMahon has scored it. Steve McMahon scores for Liverpool. It was a bad clearance from the goalkeeper. That was what caused the problem. The kick upfield was a bad one. Liverpool got onto it quickly. Barnes on the edge of the area put in a great shot, which Digweed could only parry. And Steve McMahon gets his 2nd goal of the season for Liverpool and puts Liverpool a goal up with 10 minutes of this game gone.
So it's 1-0 to Liverpool. 26 minutes later, Michael Small, the man we were telling about, equalises things.
Controlling chance here. Ball goes in the goal. The flag stays down. It's the equaliser. Small ran all the way through the Liverpool defence as the shot came in. The flag stayed down, and Small has got the equaliser. 36 minutes play gone, and the equaliser coming from Michael Small.
Well, we had a long wait then. We went right through to extra time, and then it went to 2-1 to Brighton. John Byrne, the scorer.
Small gets on the end of it. It's a goal! Brighton have scored, and Byrne has scored for Brighton. The ball was flicked on. Whelan couldn't get a boot to it as he went for it, and Byrne was on the end of it as Whelan tried to turn the ball back to Grobbelaar. Byrne was on the end of it, and he's turned the ball past Grobbelaar, and Brighton have taken the lead.
So there's about 15 minutes to go, and Brighton are winning 2-1. Guess who pops up again with his 19th goal of the season?
Burrows is in space, he's in a central midfield position. Beardsley gets his first touch. Through to Rush, Rush in the area, shoots! A great goal by Ian Rush! What a goal by Ian Rush! A magnificent goal. He controlled it once and he hit it on the volley, and it banged against the stanchion at the back and came straight out. So Ian Rush's 19th goal of the season, his 36th in the FA Cup. He's pulled the fat out of the fire for Liverpool. 2-2.
So Ian Rush gets a goal in the 106th minute. The man that started it, Steve McMahon, hadn't finished, had he?
Molby to Rush. Rush has played it forward, chance for McMahon. McMahon has scored for Liverpool. Steve McMahon's 2nd goal of the day, and Steve McMahon might well have won this game for Liverpool. It was a lovely move by Liverpool, and McMahon had pushed forward much more since the start of the second half, was up there again, and Steve McMahon gets his 2nd, and Liverpool lead here by 3 goals to 2. So we're almost ready to get this 144th League Derby underway, and away we go. Liverpool in all red, kicking towards the Spion Kop end of the ground. That's from left to right as we sit here in the main stand. And Everton in their blue jerseys, white shorts and blue socks. And straight away the ball is back with Bruce Grobbelaar, the Liverpool goalkeeper. Mickle with a chance to cross, that's what he does. Headed away by Watson, comes to Jan Molby, he shoots left footed, takes a deflection, it's there! A deflection off Dave Watson, but Jan Molby scores for Liverpool. And the header away from Watson was collected by Molby, who was up very quickly on the ball. His shot left-footed was a good one, but it took a wicked deflection off Dave Watson. And Neville Southall was wrong-footed. It flew past him
and into the goal. Nevin on the left side of the field. He's going inside the penalty area, crosses into the middle. A header away by Hussein. McDonald will volley it back in again. Grobbelaar takes it just underneath his crossbar. Sheedy chips into the middle. Sharps header. Great save from Grobbelaar. Headed away by Ablett. Oh, that was a brilliant piece of football. Staunton with a chance to cross. He does low to Barnes, who volleys. Brilliant save from Southall. Well, at both ends, we've seen both goalkeepers at full stretch. That was brilliant, and that's why Neville Southall is one of the best in the business. Here's Ratcliffe hitting the ball forward. Hussein heads away. McCall heads it back in again. The ball bobbing. There's Nevin. He shoots. He puts the ball in the goal, and the referee has given it. Pat Nevin has scored, but there's a question about a handball for that one. But when the ball was turned in, Nevin got it under control and stabbed it past Bruce Grobbelaar. So just before half-time, in fact, I reckon we played over the 45 minutes. The goal has been given. We're off in the second half. Molby with the free kick, curls the ball in beautifully. Speedy gets it in. A great goal by David Speedy. 2 goals in 2 games for David Speedy. 1 on his Derby debut, and that was a beauty which had Neville Southall flat-footed. It looked as though Speedy was going to power the ball to the right side of Neville Southall, but he got a lovely little deflection to the other side. Referee Lester Shapter having a quick word with him, perhaps about the way he punched the air in front of the Everton supporters. But David Speedy's start at Anfield could hardly have been more dramatic. Liverpool 2, Everton 1. Molby brings it down with his right foot, plays it with his right foot to Burrows. Burrows will try a shot. That's a great effort. It's there! It's a goal, and Speedy is claiming that one as well. It was a tremendous drive by David Burrows. I think Speedy might have just got a deflection on it, and it whizzed past Neville Southall and into the goal. And 2 goals in 2 minutes have turned this Derby match upside down. Barnes is breaking away down the left. Burrows is just inside him. Inside to Burrows. He shoots. A chance almost for Speedy. It was a misdirected shot which almost landed in Speedy's path. And the ball goes out on the far side of the field to a throw-in. Pat Nevin will hit it in from the left. Plays it in high trajectory. Grobbelaar comes out, misses it. It's there, is it? No. Cleared off the line by Steve Nicol. Milligan on the half volley, back to Sheedy, left-footed, drives it in. It's half cleared, it's a shot by McCall, that was inches wide. Kenny Dalglish has it, holds it up, while the Liverpool, and a little bit of an incident there as Kenny Dalglish is pushed backwards by Neil McDonald. Dalglish holding on to the ball and not giving it to Everton, and Liverpool have won by 3 goals to 1.
Graham, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
With David Speedy, is that right?
In fact, Kevin Keatings has been having a quick word with him, and Kevin has been asking him about his performance this afternoon.
The result's the main thing as far as I'm concerned. Getting the 3 points today was very important to us. But for myself to luckily get a couple of goals, you know, it's the icing on the cake for me personally.
You say lucky, I think there were probably everybody who saw them were 2 excellent goals, one a header and one where you touched David Burrows' shot in.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how they go in the net as long as they count. Bugsy's hit a magnificent shot for the 3rd one, and I didn't know where it was going to end up. It might have ended up in the top corner anyway, but I just stuck my toe out and it's just deflected into the back of the net, and happy, you know, at that.
Now, what about this first goal from Jan Molby? Did David Speedy get a touch to that?
I mean, it's a deflection. I mean, I've tried to get out of the way of it. I mean, it's Jan's goal. I'm not trying to claim that goal. I'm just happy with the 2 I've got.
Now, what about the future? Because you made your home debut today. You'll obviously be hoping to keep in, and that's the best sort of answer for Kenny Dalglish, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's another game next week. It's going to be a great atmosphere again. If selected, I'll give everything I've got. Hopefully I'll be a bit fitter next week. I've not been at my best this week. I've been off ill a few days, and you know, that's probably not helped me. But I felt really drained today. And at the end of the day, the gaffer's done well bringing me off, because I was really tired at the end.
What about the welcome from the Liverpool fans for you?
Magnificent. And I'd like to apologise to the Everton supporters, because I didn't realise when I'd scored that was where they were, and I was gesticulating, but I wasn't having a go at them. I wasn't trying to wind them up, so I apologise to them.
You think that might be misinterpreted perhaps by TV?
Possibly, yeah. But I mean, the first incidents when I'd run in there and the ball had gone out, or the second, I can't remember, I was just having a laugh and a joke with them. But you know, after, you know, when I'd scored, I didn't realise that's where the supporters were. I mean, I'm new at Anfield. I always thought they were in the other corner, the visiting supporters.
But certainly no malice intended?
No, none at all. None at all.
Just a final one, David, did Kenny Dalglish have a word for you at the end? Or when you came off?
I'll see you Tuesday.
Is that all? You man a few words.
That's about it, yeah. We doesn't go into strengths and weaknesses, individual weaknesses and strengths. He has a chat with everybody individually in his own good time, and I'm sure he'll do that next week when we start back training.
I think he'll be happy. Thanks a lot, Dave.
Thank you.
With Graham Beecroft at Goodison Park now is Liverpool midfielder Jan Molby.
Well, Jan Molby, congratulations on a great individual performance. I should imagine the edge just taken off it by the touch, the back pass, which let Everton in for the equaliser.
Well, that's right, yeah. I think there's different opinion about the back pass, because I played it to Glenn for him to kick it forward, and as I played it to him, he opened his leg and let it run through, and Cotty was behind to put it between Bruce's legs to make it forward. I don't want to blame anyone, but I'll go as far as say I don't want to take the blame for that one. But as you said, it was a great game. There were some very good goals. We scored some good goals, and we felt that with going ahead 4 times, we should have been able to hang on. But we weren't. It was one of them nights. It was never going to go either way, and we'll have to come back next Wednesday.
That's right. A tremendous fighting spirit from Everton. Obviously, you've got to give them that, because they came back time and time again.
Well, that's right. They came out in the second half, they were 1-0 down. I think they were a little bit lucky only to be 1-0 down at half time. And they equalised 1-1, and then they poured everything forward. And we rode that storm, and we thought we were escaped here, and we scored 2-1. And the game sort of went dead for about 5 or 10 minutes, which I know is not very long, but we thought we got it. And then we made a couple of bad mistakes at the back and let them in. And at the end of the 90 minutes, it was 3-3. And I think everyone felt, oh no, not another 30 minutes. But I felt the 30 minutes was a cracking 30 minutes as well.
What did Kenny Dalglish say at the start of extra time to you?
Well, he said, don't worry about it, keep playing, keep the ball on the floor. They look a little bit more tired than we were, and I think we felt we were fitter, and once we scored 4-3, I thought, well, surely they can't come back at us again. But as I said, one of them nights, it just had to be 4-0, didn't it?
As a spectacle, was it the greatest game you've played in?
Well, it's difficult to judge what's a good game and what's the best you've played in. This definitely ranks as one of the best games I've ever played in, and I'm sure from a spectator's point of view, it must have been unbelievable.
Feet up for a week now, Jan?
Well, not really, no. We've got a hard game on Saturday where we've got to try and get 3. We've got to try and get 3 points in the league, and that's obviously very important. And then obviously feet up and get ready for Goodison Park again.
Thank you very much indeed, Jan.
Thanks. Thank you.
It's very, very noisy, as you can probably tell in the press room down at Goodison Park. That was Liverpool's Jan Molby.
Dalglish's decision to quit even took his club colleagues by surprise. Alan Hansen says the first he knew of it was this morning.
He just came in and said he was resigning. He said thanks for everything that you've all done for the club, and that was it, no animosity, and that was it.
And that was this morning?
That was this morning at 10:30, yeah.
And that obviously came as a great surprise to everyone?
It came as a shock to everybody. Just couldn't believe it, that he resigned. Like I say, it just came as a total shock to everybody.
Yes, that solitary goal from defender Dave Watson, enough to see Everton through to the quarter-finals of the FA Cup at Goodison Park.
Well, there's a chance at the far post for Everton as the free kick came in, and now it's gone in. And Everton do take the lead, and Dave Watson is the goal scorer. The free kick was pumped in by Ray Attabell. It was headed on by Sharp. Everton pounced on the ball as Liverpool couldn't clear it, and with just 12 minutes on the clock, it was Watson who reacted to the secondary ball as it was knocked down, and he hammered it past Grobbelaar from 10 yards. A punch of the fist in the air for Howard Kendall, and he's got what he wanted. Everton, for the first time in this FA Cup 5th round tie, in this third match, the second replay, have got their noses in front.
Liverpool, for their part, have played worse and won matches in the past. Ronnie Moran looks set to stay in temporary charge for Sunday's league game with Arsenal at Anfield, and while disappointed in defeat, admitted once more the fans had seen a good game.
I've seen a lot of derby games and played in some, and sometimes they're not always classics, but it seems over the last 5 or 6 years they've always been good games, and I'm hoping they continue that way. Probably we went far on all cylinders in the first half, but after the half-time interval talk, that the players went out, and as I said, they've done the stuff then.
Ian Rush, right-hand side of the penalty area. Out, Rush again. Here's Jan Molby. Recently installed in a new 4-year contract. Speedy onto Beardsley, real chance, wide of Norman, and a goal. Turned in, and I think that might go down as another own goal, this time by Gary Howard. But Peter Beardsley made all the trouble for Sunderland, and when the ball was flipped through by David Speedy, Beardsley turned just 6 yards out, got the ball beyond Norman. It was heading for the goal, but as Gary Howard ran in, he just hammered it into the roof of his own net. Molby hoping to strike his 6th goal of the season. Liverpool haven't been in it so far, and Molby scores. Now Beardsley, good little header on to Rush. Barnes square of him, real chance. Barnes back to Rush, 2-1. No, good save by Shilton, might still go in. Yes, John Barnes has scored for Liverpool. Great break, lightning stuff from Liverpool. Barnes and Rush the providers for one another. The ball played between them inside that Derby penalty area. And when eventually Shilton made a fine save from Rush from 10 yards, the ball spooned away to Barnes and he tucked it in from beyond the right post. What a match we've got here. Just 3 minutes after Derby had equalised, John Barnes has put Liverpool 2-1 up. Beardsley inside the box, turns Forsyth, and Ian Rush has turned it home at the near post. Tremendous finishing there from Rush, who stole in ahead of Mark Wright. Now Peter Beardsley breaking for Liverpool. John Barnes inside of him, so too Rush. Great ball from Beardsley to Barnes, 4-1. Simple as you like. Liverpool breaking from just inside the Derby half. Peter Beardsley held that up quite brilliantly and delivered the pass exquisitely to Barnes, who just ran on. The Derby defence were all over the place again, and Barnes just tucked it in the near post to Peter Shilton. Good early header out on this near side of Peter Beardsley. Great ball in over the head of Sage to Barnes, inside the box, turns one way, then another, taking on Sage again. Square to Nicol, shooting opportunity, took a deflection. Goal number 5. Steve Nicol, luck was on his side there. But once more, John Barnes had all sorts of room inside the Derby penalty area. He turned full circle, looked up, just played it square to Steve Nicol, running in edge of the box, drove it right-footed, took a deflection off Trevor Hebbard. Steve Nicol might want to claim that, but Trevor Hebbard got quite a deflection on it, enough to take it wide of Peter Shilton. Derby County 1, Liverpool 5. Now Steve Nicol just break off for a moment as Barnes finds Nicol, and that's goal number 6. And Stevie Nicol celebrates in some style with Peter Beardsley. But it's unbelievable. It's real men against boys out here. It's quite amazing. And Mick Harford's got his hands on his head on the centre spot, and he just can't believe what's going on at the back there for Derby. And I dare say Mark Wright and Peter Shilton can't believe it either. Shilton standing by the penalty spot with his hands on his hips. But Barnes again had space inside the area. Easiest pass in the world to Steve Nicol to his left, and Nicol just thrashed it home from 8 yards. 1-2 between Houghton and Barnes, and there's goal number 7. Quite delightfully taken by Ray Houghton. But once more, Liverpool just opened up the Derby defence like the proverbial can of beans. Houghton and Barnes with a 1-2. The return from Barnes quite delightful. And as Peter Beardsley just wraps his arms around the neck of Ray Houghton, it's all playful stuff. It's not for Derby County. Their heads are well and truly down and have been for some time.
Manager Ronnie Moran wasn't totally satisfied, though.
Well, I was pleased because they won 7-1, but as I said earlier on, we're looking for more improvements, and that's how we've always worked at the...
Barnes, just outside the area, chips it forward. Chance for Houghton to score. Houghton has scored for Liverpool. The flag has stayed down, and Liverpool have taken the lead after 11 minutes play. Rush inside the area, takes it past Lukic. Penalty for Liverpool. Now it's Jan Molby, who's scored 7 goals so far this season. 6 from the penalty spot. Can he make it 7? Yes, he can. Beautifully taken by Jan Molby, who puts Liverpool 2-0 up at Elland Road. Barnes brings it down left side of the area, lays it in. Speedy scores for Liverpool. It's 3-0 for Liverpool, and David Speedy gets his 4th goal for the Reds, and Liverpool are running riot here. Rush sending Barnes away. Barnes is inside the penalty area, shoots past Lukic. It's 4-0 for Liverpool. Draken inside the penalty area, leaves it for McAllister. He shoots, ball up in the air. Chapman stabs it home, and Leeds United have got a goal back. Throw in taken. Hussein seemed to go up on the back of Chapman, but it didn't matter because Schutt has turned the ball home after it went over Hussein's head. Schutt has turned and stabbed the ball into the goal. Flick on towards Rush by Barnes. Backheels it to Barnes. Barnes is inside the penalty area. Shoots. It's a goal. John Barnes has got his 2nd goal, and it's 5-1 for Liverpool. Bappy coming forward now. 25 yards out. Crosses in. It's a goal for Chapman. Unbelievable. The marking has gone to pieces in the Liverpool defence. Strachan beats Molby. Beats Barnes. Gets his cross in from the left. Chapman heads home. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. A minute to go. It's Leeds United 4, Liverpool 5.